What's going on, guys? Hope you guys have the most blessed day of your entire lives. Your boy's back with another video. I got my gorgeous wife here, just being a schmuck, absolute schmuck. BB and Brutus are just chilling. How about every single time I pull out my camera, there's just a different animal on the screen? Like last time I got you guys cows. Usually you guys see 9 dogs. Today you guys, I know, it's incredible. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I missed you guys so much. We're just chilling out today. I did something really, really cool that I think a lot of you, how do we turn on the lights in here? I walk halfway across the house to turn on the hallway.
It's in the hallway.
It's in the hallway.
It's in the hallway.
So I actually did something that you guys have been asking me to do for a while, and I got in contact with a psychic medium. Now, you guys may know her. Her name is Kelsey Davies. She's huge on TikTok. She's got 3.2 million followers on TikTok, which is absolutely insane. She was willing to do a psychic reading with me and tell me a little bit about her story and how she got her abilities and her own haunted doll, which she has. So I thought that would be a great video for you guys because you guys have been asking for it. So I did that. And I'm gonna play those clips now. It's about a 40-minute interview. It's long, we go in depth, and she gives us a reading of the house and what she thinks might be going on, which is f***ing crazy. I just want you guys to know before I send you off into that interview that I love you, I miss you, I hope you're well. I want you guys to stay blessed. I know a lot of you are going through a lot of tough times right now. I'm going through some tough times myself, okay? And nobody's exempt from this, right? Nobody's exempt from tough times. We all go through it. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Please, if there's one thing that you take away from watching any of my videos, if you look at me and you're like, this guy is an absolute fucking idiot, he's an absolute moron, he does not know what he's talking about when he talks about anything. If there is one thing that you can think alongside with that thought, you can think I'm a fucking idiot as much as you want. Just please remember, alongside that tough times don't last, tough people do. So you guys can think I'm dumb, but just remember that mantra, that quote, and I want you guys to stick to it. Okay, because that's what I stick to, and it helps me get through a lot of things. And I know it'll help you guys. Enough of me trying to be motivational. I love you, and here's the interview. Apparently, Brutus is... Brutus? Hey. Anyways, here's the interview. Also, Bless merch is out. FXCK merch is also out. You guys already know what it is. I love you guys. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Kelsey Davies' channel is linked in the description below, as well as her social media. Guys, we have Kelsey Davies here. She is a psychic medium on YouTube and TikTok. How many TikTok followers do you have?
I think 3.4 million now.
3.4 million TikTok followers.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's insane. How did that come about? Like, how did?
I don't know. I guess people just really. I have Lola here. Lola's my haunted doll. Once I started posting with her, people just really like her. I mean, she's kind of like a Casper, like the friendly ghost. She's just a very kind spirit, and people feel that with her, I think, and people just really caught on, and I guess decided to follow me in my journey as a psychic medium and a dancer and whatever else I decide to do.
Do you find being is there any like conflicts between being a psychic medium, being on TikTok, YouTube, and like dancing?
There's a lot. I mean, it's hard to like balance everything, like with spirituality and stuff, you know, like I need to practice that. That's something that I like to practice and get better at, because I still consider myself like a beginner medium just because I haven't done it my whole life.
Right.
I've always had abilities, but I didn't really tap into it until like quite recently. So I was always afraid of them. Rightfully so.
Yeah, of course. That realm is very tricky and scary. And
yeah.
How did you find out you had these abilities?
Well, so it runs in my family. So on my mom's dad's side, they are Native American, and that side of the family had, I guess I never got to meet them because they all passed away before I was born. They all, like my great grandma could read people's tea leaves and their futures and would always win, like at casinos, would always just win everything. And then my my grandpa's mother and brother, they would do medium seances, and they just had a lot of abilities as well. And my grandma swears by this. My grandma's not like really into the paranormal. She's kind of skeptical, whatever,
Right.
but she swears by this. She was there, and my mom's cousin was there as well, and she still swears by this too. They were both there, and my dad's mom and his brother were standing on each side of a table, and they made the table like run across the room. Like
Like for real?
they swear by it.
No rails, just straight table.
They like my grandma has like she has never seen anything like it. My grandpa still like if you ask him, he's like, "Oh, that was incredible." Like it was just crazy. Like they were all three there watching. So that's something that is I mean, I don't know, like cuz I wasn't there,
I mean,
but like
if three people, when you have like three people kind of like swearing by something, that's where I'm like, okay, that happened
and
because
they're yeah, and they're like, older now, and it's like they still swear by it.
yeah,
Like all after
that
all these years, they're not skeptical of it at all because they watched it.
that's that's fucking crazy. Oh my
Yes.
God,
So
like
I
what a
would
sight.
it's crazy. So I would always have visions like when I was little, I would always have psychic visions. I would know things before like little things like my mom before she would turn on the TV, like we had direct TV, so like there's like thousands of channels, and schedule like I didn't memorize a schedule, I was little, whatever. So my mom, whenever she would turn on the TV, I would always know what was going to be on TV beforehand. And
It's
yeah,
handy.
just
It's a
like
handy.
little things here and there. And then I would predict things too. I would tell my mom like about these dreams I would have. Like there was one where there were these fires on like on the hills by our house, like these specific hills. I was like, those hills down by this road, like they were on fire in my dream. And like it was really intense. And I kept seeing this big mushroom cloud, and I like explained it to her all day. She was getting like so annoyed. She was just like, okay, whatever, Kelsey. And then all of a sudden we were driving and we see this big mushroom cloud. And I was like, Mom, that's the cloud for my dream. She was just like, that's weird. Okay, it is shaped like a mushroom. Like, what is that? So we went by our house and the hills were on fire, the ones that I dreamed about. And it was the holy fires. It was in the news and everything.
Oh my
So
God.
so I knew that was going to happen. There was another time recently we went on a plane, and as we were taking off, I got this image of my mom and my sister. Like sometimes the images are really disturbing that I get.
Okay.
It was them on fire with like their skin coming off and their hair like pieces out. Like it was really disturbing, and we were on a plane. So I had that as we were taking off. So I was like, I don't know, like I have an anxiety disorder. I don't know what that is. So I just went to sleep. And then the pilot, he announced, he's like, we need to emergency land. Like we're going to go back to Oakland. And we landed, and he said that one of the plane engines had caught fire. And when we landed, all the fire trucks were waiting for us. Like I had it on video.
Wait,
Like,
did you post that on TikTok?
yeah.
Okay, I think I saw that TikTok.
Did you? Yeah. So yeah, I like had a vision before that happened. I told my mom and sister, and they were freaking out. Like sometimes my visions are a lot more intense than they have to be, or it could be a different outcome I'm seeing. I'm not really sure.
So do you think and sorry to cut you off, but do you
Oh
think that's
no,
kind of like a warning from the others, like somebody over there is trying to give you these visions, or do you think it's like your body's kind of giving you the visions in order to protect itself?
that's a question I've always asked, because like when I receive visions, I do notice there are spirits nearby. Like Lola, she was sitting in the seat behind me on the plane when I got that vision. So
Oh my God.
I sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I do think it's the other side kind of showing me these things. But then I'm like, some mediums aren't psychic. So like that wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's like
right.
I don't know. That's like a good question, honestly. I
That, no,
really
and I think it's really cool that you're a medium and a psychic, and the fact that that doll, she was with you. So Lola, sorry, I don't mean to call her that
yeah,
doll, but Lola
Lola.
was with you in the seat behind you. Can you tell me more about Lola? Like, How did you and Lola get connected?
Yeah, so a while ago, it was weird. I was just driving in the car one day and all of a sudden I don't know what it was. I just got this premonition or this thought like I should get a haunted doll. Like a nice one. I don't know why. I was just like curious, I guess, because like Omar had a haunted doll and like I
Yeah.
knew a lot of people with haunted items and I was like I've never had one, so like I wonder what my experience would be with it, and like I would want a nice one cuz I don't want demonic things
Yeah,
around me,
well,
you
I
know?
mean, yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah,
good
I've
thing
almost
to
been
know.
possessed. I've just had a lot of stuff happen, but I I don't know, it was weird. So I went on eBay and I looked up just haunted dolls, like nice haunted dolls. And this one, it was from Fire Torch Findings on eBay. And I looked at the photo of Lola, and ever since I was little, I've been able to feel energy through photos. Like I would always go through picture books, like not picture, like photo
Yeah,
albums.
photo
And like
albums and whatnot. Yeah,
I really liked going through them because I could feel the energy from the photos. I didn't realize that until like recently.
that's so
Like
cool.
no one
I
else
didn't.
would want to go through them, and I'm like, why not? Like this is so cool. It was just
I
me.
never knew that was possible. I didn't know photos could carry energy like that. That's
I didn't either until like I realized I was like, why do I like photos so much? Like, and like I get anxious when I scroll through Instagram and stuff sometimes. Like it's people's
really
energy. It's so weird. And I could connect with spirits. Like if you showed me a picture of a spirit, not a spirit, like before they died, the person, I could connect with it and tap into that energy and know how they died and just weird stuff like that.
it's really cool that you say that because I've seen a lot of things on how to like connect to people that have passed away, and it's always you need a photo of the person. Like I'd say like 85% of the time when I see those things, it's you need a photo of the person.
Yeah, I feel like that energy collects in that one photo somehow. I don't know, it's so weird to say and people like are like whatever, but honestly,
I
it's
believe it.
like the
I
best
believe
way
it.
I can explain it. So I saw the picture of Lola and I really just felt something and I just pressed buy. I didn't even read her story or anything, nothing. And I like told my friend like Mackie, I was like, Mackie, I got like this haunted doll. And she's like, what's its story? I was like, I don't know. I didn't read it.
Do you know her story now, or is it still kind of something
Yeah.
that
Oh
you just
yeah. I
okay?
know a lot about her now, but
Is it a tragic story? Is it a happy story?
so all that it said, like before I figured out with other mediums and my experiences with her, all it said was that Lola, she was from a big Italian family. She was one of 7 children.
Wow.
She was born in 1901 and died in 1919 of a sickness. And that's pretty much all it said, I believe. It could have said a little more, but that's all I remember it saying. It was pretty brief. So there was this medium that came to me and her name was Paris. And she messaged me on Instagram and she like felt energy in this photo. I mean, not photo, it was a video, like a TikTok.
Right.
I don't know if I was live or if I don't remember what it was. I was either live or it was like a post. And she noticed Lola in the back, like kind of fidgeting with her fingers. And like she described everything that she looked like. And I hadn't told anyone like what she looked like because Amanda saw her too. Amanda is another medium, the one that could see,
Right.
Amanda could see spirits like she sees people. So Amanda had explained Lola to me prior, and then this medium messaged me without no. Amanda explained what Lola looked like to me, and I hadn't like posted about it or like told anyone yet. I hadn't posted that video. So this medium Paris messaged me and she described exactly what Amanda said Lola looked like. And this was before I was able to like see her, you know? So like
Nice.
tap into seeing her. Like I couldn't figure out how to do any of the medium stuff until like I met Amanda. Like then I realized I was like, oh my God, this is me tapping into that energy. This is me like able to see spirits. So I've lost my train of thought.
Sorry, that's my bad. That's my bad. I
No,
threw you
you're
off.
good. Oh yeah, so it was interesting. So Paris described Lola. She was like, Lola has curly brown hair. She's tall and slender, and she has a very tiny nose. And it was so weird because Amanda, I asked her to describe Lola. She's like, yeah, she has brown curly hair and she has a tiny nose. And they both said tiny nose. And I'm like, that's really like specific, like
That
super
is,
specific, like it's just weird. So then I ended up kind of being able to see Lola and I saw her and they were right. Like she does have curly brown hair. She's like, how tall? I think probably like 5'7", 5'8". She's pretty tall and slender, and she has very light skin. I
and
haven't been able to see her face clearly yet.
okay. Oh, that's interesting actually. And so she was born in 1901, died
Yeah,
in 1918. So is she, when you guys,
1919.
okay, 1919. And when you see her, is she at like 18, 17, 18 years old, or is she like a child? Like what
So it's so weird. Amanda sees her at around like 9 years old, but I
really?
see her at around 18 years old. So
That's
it's
really
like the
cool.
way that she chooses to present herself to us, I guess. And Amanda sees her in black and white. I see her in color. Like before I would start seeing her in black and white, like she was a very light energy. And then she started getting more brave and more, I don't know what it was. She just started getting stronger. And then I was able to start seeing her. Like she always stands by my fireplace right here. I always see the end of her little white nightgown. Like I always see it. And then there was this one time I was walking, I was on the phone. This is like the first time I saw Lola. I was like shocked.
Oh
But
my
I was
God.
on the phone with my boyfriend and I was just talking to him about something, and I glanced over and I see this woman sitting on my bed in a white nightgown. Her ankles were crossed. Oops, I just like tossed Lola. Her ankles were crossed, and she was looking down, like fidgeting with her fingers, kind of like Paris said that she did. And her hair was like kind of balled up right here, like very curly, and I could only see like the side of her. But she was just sitting on my bed, and I looked back, and she was gone. And then I asked Lola if that was her, and she was like, yes, like with the dowsing rod. She said, yeah. And I was like, on the phone, I was like, I just saw Lola. Like it was like that was
That's
one of
so
the first times I was able to like see. And I was like, oh my God, I'm opening up something. Like, what am I
and
opening up?
oh my God. And when you saw her, did you feel were you scared? Were you comfortable? Did you kind of know that she was a good person and you were like, okay, like I feel safe right now?
Yeah, I was a little like, whoa, there's a person there. Like, who is that? But I honestly didn't feel like scared or anything like that. It was more just like, whoa, like,
That's
how did I
fascinating. Oh my
just
God.
see you? Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And then my boyfriend, he was walking like by this room. This is my room. He was
Okay.
walking by this room and he stopped and he saw Lola in my room. And I was on the porch over here and he ran out to the porch. He's like, I just saw Lola. I was like, what do you mean you just saw her? He's like, she was just standing in your room. And I was
Oh
like,
my
can you like
God.
explain what she looked like? And I hadn't really explained exactly what she looked like to him. And he was like, she was like super tall and like really slender, like super tall. And she had like long, curly, dark hair. And she had this white nightgown on, and it was kind of up to her ankles. And like explained her. I was like, you just saw Lola.
That's insane. That
Yeah.
like that I and so I so again like I like to tell my fans I'm just like some dumbass with a camera, right? Like I just record what I record. I don't actually like fully understand what's going on. And
Right.
do you think that she shows herself to these people because she's comfortable with them as well?
I don't know if they accidentally saw her or what. Drew had been like begging her like months before, like, Lola, I want to see you. Like, because he was skeptical. He didn't really believe in like, even though I'm a medium, like he was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. Like he's stubborn.
Right.
So once I started like telling him all these things with my mediumship, and then he saw Lola, now he's like a full believer and like he has crystals. Like
No way. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was
We have
skeptical.
Oh my, we yeah, so my wife's really into crystals. So we have crystals downstairs. We have crystals all around the house. And I will say like those things are legit. Like you feel the energy from crystals. Like
You
it's
can,
crazy.
yes. Like
It's
right when I put this one on, this one's Angel Aura
okay.
quartz, and right when I put it on the other day, like 3 spirits just came to me that day. And like usually I kind of like go after them. These ones
Oh
just
wow.
popped like hello, like came to me after I put this on. I was like, does it have to do with this or was it like a coincidence? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't believe in coincidences, you know? So I think
Right.
I think it was the crystal. Or the
Yeah, honestly, like I think so too. Like, because I hadn't really had a lot of like spirit communication. Usually there is some like every day, but there were a couple days where there were none. And I was like, I felt so lonely. Like, I didn't like it. And then I got, it was like after I took this crystal off of my neck, then I put a new one on and then they started coming to me again. I was like, does it have to do with this? So I
insane.
definitely think it does.
I think it's definitely like you as a person and your abilities and the crystal. I think when you get a good combination like that, that's kind of
Yeah.
like you got gas, you have the car, now you can travel to wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? Like you put the pieces together. That's the worst analogy ever. I'm sorry, but that's the only thing in my head. But you get what I mean.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so one thing that I've always really wanted to do, and this well, I was hoping to do with you because you have a doll and you've experienced these kinds of things before. I've had a medium before try to explain things. And I had a friend of mine bring his girlfriend at the time to try to help us figure things out, and they weren't really able to help as much as I'd like. But I also have a haunted doll that I mentioned before, and her name's Mary. And I
Okay.
got her a little ways back, and she we've had a lot of activity in 2 houses now.
Okay.
So I was wondering, with our time on the on this call so far, and with your experience and with your abilities, are you able to sense anything going around with us now, or is that possible, or like do
I
you have that
have
kind of?
it is possible. I so it's weird before we like went on this call, sometimes spirits come to me beforehand if I'm going to meet someone or if I'm going to, see them or whatever. Sometimes they come to me before and there was a spirit. It was weird. My roommate was here too and we were both outside on the porch. And all of a sudden I felt like the spirit there and I was like, Maddie, I think there's something over there. And all of a sudden something moved. It was like this little wagon we have, it just moved. And Maddie saw it too. And she was like, I totally just saw that. Like, what is that? And I felt like it was a woman. And now that we're talking, I do feel like I don't know if she's attached to the doll or if she's attached to the house, or you. Um, but I do feel like I'm getting very choked up. I feel like this woman maybe was strangled or hung herself. Something happened with her throat. I don't know if your house is older
It
or
is a little bit older, yeah.
okay. I feel like maybe the house. I don't know about the doll though, because sometimes they kind of show me why they attached to the object. So like Lola attached to this doll because it looks like her. And the
Okay.
woman, can you show me the doll again?
I have 2 dolls. There's I should I get the other doll too just in case?
Yeah, because this woman has darker hair. I
Oh
don't.
my God. Okay, wait, hold on. Describe the woman first, then I'm gonna go get the guys.
Okay.
Kelsey has not seen the other doll. I'm not gonna say the other doll's
I didn't
name.
even know you had another doll.
Yeah, she didn't even know I had another doll. Like this video was supposed to be about Mary, but okay, so you describe what you've seen and then I'll go get the other doll.
Okay. So I see this woman, she does have longer hair. It's dark, kind of like my color, kind of like
Okay.
Lola's hair, like similar. I don't know. She does seem like she might be from, is your house like, was your house built in the 60s? Do you know that?
It would have been between the 60s and 80s, sometime around then.
Okay. I feel like maybe she lived in the house for a little bit, or maybe she knew someone who lived there. Um, trying to get more on this woman. I think her name starts with an S. What?
Shut the
What?
fuck up. What the fuck is going
What? Do you know someone?
on? I know her name and it starts with an S.
The
Yeah.
there's
The,
the woman in your house?
the doll, the other doll who
Oh, do you think
so
it's with the other doll?
I don't oh okay, I'm gonna go get the other doll because so
Okay.
far the S and then the hair and the kind of look. Let me go get the doll.
Okay. Okay. Oh my- the S, that's crazy.
All right, guys, this is Selma.
Selma,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like so like I don't know if again if it's the doll or if it's
Okay, yeah,
here,
yeah.
but it just you said the hair thing and then
The
the S I
S.
had to go get her because I this is scaring the
That's
crap out of me.
crazy. Okay.
So I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah, I was thinking more like a Shannon,
Oh,
but
okay. Oh, I
maybe
mean,
I'm
hey,
thinking up on the
you're the
doll.
expert.
I'm a
I'm
beginning medium, guys. Okay, I consider myself a beginner. So give me
yeah,
some.
so,
Okay.
oh my God, that's insane, guys. Again, she knows nothing about our house. She knows nothing about the dolls. This is our first time meeting. We messaged. We've been trying to plan this for about 2 weeks. We've messaged on
Yeah.
Instagram. I gave her no information. I
Mm.
literally the only things that I told her was I was going to ask her who, what, when, where, and why about herself, and to give us more information about her doll. That is it. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
only thing
literally all.
that I promise you guys. That's all we've talked about. That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you so okay? Do you know any? Is there any more information that you can kind of read? If not, that's totally cool. But holy
Yeah, this woman, her husband passed away, and I think that she may have killed herself shortly after.
like here.
Um, I don't know if she did it there. I don't see, like, sometimes spirits, they'll come to a house to stay there, but they didn't live there. But
Okay,
I mean, she could have lived there. I don't know if you could look into your house's history or what. She could have lived there and then died somewhere else too.
but they come back to where they've
But
kind of
yeah, they come back to their, sometimes they find houses that remind them of their old houses, or they find houses they like the energy in, or they'll come back to where they had good memories, in houses. I just went to Marilyn Monroe's old house, and she would come over to that house because those were like her best memories. This was before she became a big star. This was her house that she lived in. So
that's
she,
so like that's like so like oh wow that's amazing, but it's also kind of sad at the same time. You know what I mean? Like she can't pass on because she wants to stay and kind of relive those memories. Oh, fuck.
sometimes they're not ready to move on, so sometimes they're just kind of there. Like Lola, she died when she was 18. So we think that she maybe is waiting, maybe isn't ready, maybe died so suddenly. I feel like she lives life through me a lot because when I got her, I guess I was like 22, around her age, 18, 22. But I don't know. I feel like she kind of lives life through me, like, in a way.
And
It's
I
weird.
mean, it's almost would you not want to follow your best friend around and see what like you kind of you know what I mean, right? Like
Yeah,
tag
yeah, no,
along, see what's
it's
going on.
interesting. She's come a long way.
That's
But
insane.
yeah, this lady's like, I don't know, she really had a lot of damage, like when she killed herself right here. She's still kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard coughing in your house. She still kind of like coughs. Have you? You have. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like for real, like literally. And one of my actually the last video I posted, I just did a video where I was talking about the Villisca axe murder houses,
Okay.
and this was as I was editing. I didn't realize this. If you play this if after this call, I go play the start of my last video. I posted it today. Play the start. You can hear coughing at the start of the video from it's in a different room of the house.
Yeah.
Guys, this is like guys, if you guys go watch
I'm
that video,
legit.
this is the real deal. This is the most fascinating thing that I've ever like experienced. Like you saying this is so fucking cool.
It's
Excuse my
crazy.
language.
It blows my mind every time.
Well, I can imagine it's an insane experience. It's crazy ability.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
so the coughing and the damage to hear, and with what you think she kind of ended her own life.
Yeah, do you
So
ever have trouble breathing in your house in a certain area?
what if I told you if you look at half my videos, I have to have something in my nose for half the day that just lets me breathe normally.
Really?
I swear to God. Yeah.
That's weird. Do you
Yeah.
think it's because of her? Like, have you had, sorry, Tito's just on me. Have you had
No.
like this experience before like you moved into this house, or what, did it start in the house?
It started, I think, in my last condo. I would kind of alternate, but it did like I do find that I have to wear it more here. I started having to wear it in my old place, maybe like a couple months into living there. Just I assumed it was because of allergies.
Okay.
But I'd never had to wear something like that before until I moved to my other place.
That's interesting. Huh. I feel like, God, she like you can like hear it in my voice.
I was gonna say like before, like you sound choked up. You sound like you're having trouble speaking.
Yeah, it's like they like make you feel it. I feel like she's in like this loop, like going through this I don't know what to call it, just this loop over and over of when she died losing her husband. She seems sad. She coughs, she has a lot of trouble breathing, so maybe she's showing you that in some way. I don't know
Is there anything you know of that I could do to kind of help her out, kind of help her pass on?
I mean, I'm not very good at like the moving on thing. I haven't really like tapped into that part of helping spirits cross over. But I mean, maybe if you did maybe a seance in your house, like asking her, letting her know that she is passed on and there's a better place she can go to. And maybe you can do something like that if you're comfortable with that in your house. I definitely recommend the crystals. Tito's
a cutie.
He always, so it's weird. Whenever I talk to spirits, he or my other cat, they come to me and start purring. Like it's weird. It's like they're like giving me, I guess I heard cats are really spiritual and their
I've heard that
purring like gives off a high vibrational frequency. Maybe they're like coming to help me.
I believe it. Honestly, the Egyptians the Egyptians were very, very spiritual and they worshipped cats, right? Like I believe it 100%.
Yeah. I definitely, like when I have anxiety attacks, they know, like they'll just come to me and start purring. And like now, like at talking to the spirit or, trying to kind of pick up on her. I think he knows. He's like all over my leg. Hey.
He's like, Mommy, I got you.
I know. He's like, hey. But
this is crazy. Thank you for this. This is
I also feel a man. I don't know if it's her husband or if you lost someone close to you. I'm not sure.
I did lose a friend. It would have been a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now.
Okay. This man, he has darker hair. He's kind of around like Drew's height. So he's kind of like, how tall is Drew? Like 5'10", 5'11", not like a giant, but like he's kind of here. Just trying to get like an image of him. Um, I feel like he had a troubled past, this person. Maybe didn't get along with family when they died. I don't know if you know anyone like that.
I do. My friend was having a lot of issues with like substance abuse and stuff like that, and his family really wasn't on board with that.
Okay.
Um, so but also he was a little bit shorter, so I don't know if it's that. But okay, so we have had a lot of things going on here, very aggressive behavior from
Okay.
certain things. So I think who you're describing might be that, because I've been pushed a few times. But
Really?
also I was at a cemetery like 3 or 4 days ago. So I don't know if
Oh,
yeah,
maybe something came home with you.
well, motherfucker didn't ask
I
for a
feel like the
ride, but
person, um, I feel like they had like an accident, maybe passed away suddenly, like it was very unexpected. Um, like an accidental death. I don't think they meant to die, if that makes sense. Like I don't think they like killed themselves or anything like that. Like the woman, you know.
yeah.
I don't know if they came from the cemetery. Oh,
So my friend actually overdosed, and that's how he ended up passing
on
away, and
accident?
by accident. Yeah. So that's kind of
That's interesting. Maybe it is him. I'm not sure.
yeah.
I'm not getting like a name. He's
Okay.
a very light energy, this person. Did he
Is
have
that
dark?
good? He had dark hair.
That's interesting. Hmm.
Um,
Oh, do you
that's
know
that's
purring on me?
man. This is so great. Thank you so much, Kelsey. I
Yeah,
really
I'm
appreciate it.
sorry.
I
I'm
don't.
like trying to pick up as
No, no,
much as
no, no,
I can.
no, no. Honestly, what you've given us so far is incredible, and I from my fans and from me and from the girls here, thank you so much for your time and your effort. I
Yeah.
hope that like this didn't cause too much strain on you and your abilities, because I
No, not
know
at all. This is what
that
my daily life.
that's so cool, and I love it. Is that a you have the evil eye thing in the background there, right? That
Yeah, my
uh,
grandpa actually gave that to me from Turkey.
from Turkey. That so I like we're my family is Lebanese, and evil eye is
Yeah, I
like
have one on my neck too. Yeah, he would always he was very into the Turkish religion and he would always go to Turkey and bring back all these cool antiques and like evil eyes. He always would get me evil eyes and um it's it's super interesting.
that's so cool. Thank you again. So thank you. So ah, thank you so much for
You're
your
having
time.
trouble
I
talking too.
know, this is freaking me out. Guys, I'm gonna get to you guys 1 second. I'm just gonna go say bye to Kelsey.
Guys, you just saw that. That was absolutely insane. Huge shout out to Kelsey Davies. Go check her out. She has an incredible YouTube channel. She has a podcast and she has a TikTok. So go check her out. She's got some great content, especially if you're into paranormal and spirituality, because she does all that kind of stuff. So go check her out, her channel. There is a link in the description below right to her channel and some of her social media. So go check her out. That's the end of today's video. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video where we dive even deeper into this and figure out what's going on. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Be sure to check out your blessed merch. Oh, of course. Why am I the worst with ads? Here's a blessed shirt. Check it out. It's pretty wild. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.